Hey, Will, do you know why bees hum?
Why?
Because they don't know the words. Anyway, just to clarify, the name is Spoken Word Illusions, and we're on YouTube if you care to find it. But as far as coming to Willow Tree, I think it was back in August of 2015 that I just came in. I don't know. I saw this place and just said, "Let's see what this is all about." And I would stay over in this side where the register is, and all of a sudden, like this guy who is now called Kenny Wayne, he would be playing on stage with this keyboard, and I was like, "What the? That's incredible!" And I mean, to this day, he's still incredible. Makes me laugh, but he does some good stuff as well. Anyway, so that's just a little story. About 2 weeks later, it was like I was walking down the street, and Will, of all people, comes up to me and says, "Hey, why don't you get on stage?" I'm like, "Are you kidding? Are you serious? I don't play music." Well, actually I do, but that's beside the point. No, I mean, what can I possibly do that would get a musical audience interested? Bring your magic. Fine, okay, we'll bring my magic. So, on that note, this is a different place, a different time. Those things which troubled you are not here now. Forget about your business and what needs to be attended to. This is a different place, a different time. This is my sanctuary and domain. I came here to meet you where you're at. Don't ignore me, just sit beside my feet. This is my sanctuary and domain. Children, forget about what happened before. They just focus on what's right here and now. Put down your burdens and be more like them. Children, forget about what happened before. I have so much that I want to say to you. Won't you listen to what I have to say? My words take away your stress and your fears. I have so much that I want to say to you. Okay. So anyway, like in a different place, I mean, somebody was talking about folklore, L-O-R-E, for those who were wanting to understand English and whatnot. Anyway, but for some reason, I didn't hear folklore, I heard folkcore. And I'm like, folkcore? What's that, like folk music, like mixed in with some hardcore punk or heavy metal? Actually, that would sound pretty good.
It does.
Done it.
Folk metal's a thing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Folk metal?
Folk metal is a thing.
Sure
It's
is.
great.
Why don't you look it up?
Maybe I'll look into it. Who knows? Maybe I'll form a band called Folkcore.
Holy fuck.
But anyway, that was something in my head, and I wanted to just get that out of my system because it's been in there for so long, and you know, sometimes it just things that stay in there are rigged so long, and you just want to get rid of this, you know. So, this goes way back in the day, long before there was ever an S.W.I. It goes something like this. We love to talk. Talk about the problems we face personally and community-wise as if things would be better in our idealistic world. Few actually do anything about it, and few are in harmony with anyone else trying to change his or her world and the world around him or her. We're so quick to come up with excuses, reasons that justify what stops us. If we're supposed to generate such responses, then why bother wasting time and energy on acknowledging such a problem? But if you can find a problem, then you can also find a solution. You can do something. We love to talk about other people's thoughts, other people's faults, and shift the blame of our own inadequacies on another. Our beloved president and his wife come to focus. Few are mature enough to deal with the buck, as in the buck stops here, quote Harry S. Truman, and provide a practical solution worth three. But you can. Why don't you? What's this?
Look at the Irish. I liked it. Thank you. You've done a great job.
Oh,
Keep going.
I appreciate it. But anyway, so I know there's a few more people that want to get onto this stage, and quite honestly, I just wanted to at least do something like here, tonight, in this very room. Here we go. What can I do with these thoughts that I've wrote down? Thoughts which seem important then, but not so much now. I may have run out of time or just woke up abruptly, but now that I read them, I lost the train of thought.
Here I am.
What can I do with these words written down? Words which flowed as I wrote them, but, grinded to a halt. Here. I may have been distracted by a call or some text, but now I see them. My mind changed direction. Isn't there some way to just hit the pause to retain the spirit of the image I imagined? Isn't there any way to recall the vibe and the pulse? To complete the process that began some time ago. No more of these to be continued, which never get resolved. Just let the ideal achieve its perfection. What can I do with the plans partially complete? Plans that were started and still remain erect, barely. I may have run out of resources. The funds felt short back then. But now that materials and funds are there, how have the plans changed? What would you do with those projects underway? Projects you began, but are now put on hold. A situation arose which you had to address, but now that it's completed, why don't you just see your project to its completion? Hit the music.
is
Okay,
right.
that's S.W.I.
Spirit so.
All right, thank you, Aaron.